Well, hello everyone. I'm here today to show you guys how to make octopus, a balloon octopus. I have the baby octopus and I have the full-grown octopus. So I'm going to show you how to make both, okay? So we're going to start with the baby octopus first, okay? So what you'll need is a 260 or 160, depending on how large you want your legs. And you need for the head, you just need a regular 12-inch or 11-inch balloon or a 9-inch. And then for the eyes, you can either get another 260 white or two small 5-inch balloon. You'll also need a Sharpie to make your dots for your eyes, or you can use vinyl, black vinyl, for your eyes. So it's up to you what you want to do. So what we're going to do first is make the baby octopus. Alright guys, so you want to stretch out your 260. That's what I like to do. I stretch it out. Inflate it with a hand pump, or if you have a electric air pump, you can use that. And you probably want to leave out about 4 fingers worth at the end. So about 4 fingers worth, because you're going to be pushing the air down. So I'm going to let out a little air before I tie it, because I want the balloon to be soft. Tie it up. Now I'm going to go ahead and bend the 260 over, and I like to do 4 fingers worth, you know. So that's how I usually measure it. Like 4 fingers, and I twist, and then pull my nozzle through. Okay, I'm going to push the air down. Do the same thing again. Bend it over. Measure 4 fingers, or you can measure like this to see if it's even like that. Then you're going to twist again. Pushing the air down. Okay, do the same thing. You're just going to repeat. You're going to do this up to 5 times or 6 times, depending on how many legs you want for your baby octopus. I'm going to do one more. And then you're just going to adjust it. You're going to pop this part. My scissors. Wrap it around here. And then adjust your legs. Okay, and there's your body. Okay, let me show you this up close. Okay, so I'm going to tie it. Okay, bend it over. About 4 fingers worth right there. Twist. Bring the nozzle through. Squeeze some of the air down. Do the repeat. 4 fingers worth. You can check it like this to measure. And then twist. 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 Push some of the air down. Bring it over again. Measure. I mean, if you don't want it even, you don't have to really measure, because it's not going to be like perfectly even. Twist. Okay, push some of the air down. Do it again. Measure. Twist, twist, twist. Okay, put the air down. Measure. Twist, twist, twist. And I'm probably going to do one more. Measure. Let's see if I can get this. It's going to be kind of tight right here. And twist. Okay. And then you're just going to adjust your legs. And you're going to pop this part with the scissors. And then wrap it around. And then just adjust it. And there you go. That's your body. All right, let's put the head on, shall we? All right, now that you have your body, it's time to add your head. So take your 12-inch or 11-inch balloon, or 9-inch, inflate it to your desired size. So since this is a baby, let's have a little bit smaller head to this one. Let's look at it. Okay, I'm going to tie it. Okay, I'm going to add this tail end to this part in the middle. You just wrap it around the rope. You want this really secure, so I like to wrap the hand around a couple of times. I really want it secure. I really want it on there. Okay, so I'm just adjusting the legs again. Now it's time to add our eyes. So I'm going to take, this time I'm going to take the 5-inch balloon. I'm going to inflate them. Try to measure about the same size. About okay right there. Then I'm going to tie it. And as you can see, I wanted a little space right there. I'm going to cut these off. Okay, and I'm going to wrap the eyes around the head. Then bring it around. There you go. Now it's time to add your the pupils. I think that's what it's called, pupils. So take your black marker or your black vinyl and just draw your little eyes on there. Okay, so here is the final product. Isn't that cute? So once you guys go ahead and try doing the baby balloon, you guys try doing the baby octopus and see how it goes. All right, stick around because I'm going to show you how to do the big octopus next. All right, stay tuned. What we have here, peekaboo! It's the big octopus, yes. And I got it mounted up on a 4 balloons right here. I got them mounted up on 4 balloons to, you know, have them on something. So we are going to make the big octopus. And so I'm going to just show you what to do. What you're going to need for this project is 4 260s and 1 12 or 11 inch balloon. And for the eyes, either you can use 2 5-inch balloons, or you can take a 12-inch balloon, blow it up, and split it in 2. Okay, what I recommend is you pre-inflate your 260. This will help you with the curl. I will show you how to do the curling method. So what I'm going to do right now, since I already pre-inflated 3 of the 260s, I'm going to go ahead and do this one in front of you. So I'm going to go ahead and move this little buddy out the way. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and inflate the 260. Once it's all the way inflated, let out the air. Okay, so to do the curling method, what you're going to do is wrap the 260 around your 2 fingers. You're going to hold it with your thumb. I'm going to show you how to do this up close, but right now I'm going to show you from right here. So, you're going to wrap it around, and you got to make sure it's not tangled up. So you're going to wrap it around and just pull it. Don't pull it so tight, but just make sure it's pulled a little bit. And so there you go. And what I like to do is I add it on this nozzle, hold it down. I use my body so it can curl around. And as you can see, it's curling all the way around. Okay, once it's curled, I let out a little air. Look at there. Isn't that wonderful? And you're going to go ahead and tie this. So you're going to do this with the other 3 260s. So take the end of your 260, hold it with your thumb, and wrap it around. Then add it on your nozzle. Let out a little air and tie. Okay, let me show you how to do this up close. So now we're ready to do our curling legs, and so this is an up close shot of it. You want to hold the end with your thumb and wrap it around your 2 fingers. And make sure it's not twisted up, because if it's twisted up, it will not inflate all the way. Okay, so just like that. Now I'm going to add it on the nozzle. And you want to, this is what I do. I push my body up against it as it inflates. And that will help it curl in the beginning. So just like that. And as it's going around my finger, the last one, I'm going to let go. Okay, once it's inflated, I'm going to let out a little air. And then, boom, that's what you get. You get a curling balloon. And then you're just going to tie the ends up. Just like that. Okay, back to the rest of the show. So here is our last 260. Wrap it around. Add it to your electric pump. Press it against your body. Let out some air. Voila. Okay, so now since you got all your legs in place, You just need 4. What you're going to do now is twist the middle part. And it doesn't have to be exact. So you're just going to twist the middle part, and this is how you're going to connect the legs together. Just find the middle, where you think the middle is, and then twist them together. Just like that. Okay? Find the middle, twist it, and add it. And some of the legs you can stretch out a little bit if you like. Twist it, and add it to the middle. Alright, so after that, now it's time to add our head. So what you'll do is take your 12-inch or 11-inch balloon, inflate it. And you want a pretty big head for this octopus. So this looks like a good size. So you want to tie it at the end. And you're going to add it in the middle where you twisted all the 260s together. And you're just going to wrap that around. Okay? Just like so. Okay, you see that? Look at that. We are almost done. So now, only thing we have to add is our eyes. So you're going to take either your 260 or your 12-inch balloon. You're going to inflate it. And with the 12-inch, you want to make sure that this is pretty soft. So let out a little air. You want to be able to squeeze it. So this is pretty soft. Go ahead and tie the end. And then I'm going to separate this in two. So what I like to do is put my finger in between the nozzle. And then grab a hold, and then I am going to, if I can, I'm going to hold it down, and I'm going to twist. Twist, 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 twist. Okay, see there? You got 2 eyes, just like that. So what you're going to do now is I'm going to wrap that tail around there, and I'm going to add it right here in the head part. I'm going to go around the head part, the top balloon, and go around just like that, and then twist it just like that. Boom. And you have your octopus. Now we just got to add our eyes. So take your marker or your vinyl and go ahead and add your eyes on your octopus. Oh my goodness. How wonderful is that? Look at there. You guys just go ahead and give this a try. This will work great on your balloon columns if you're doing a sea theme, or you can add this to a centerpiece, or where else can you add it? To a balloon bouquet, a balloon garland. So this is a great addition to a sea theme, a mermaid theme. Anything to do with the water. This is great. So now you know what to do. Go ahead and try it and comment below and tell me how you did. All right, until next time. Bye-bye.